Before I begin, allow me to tell you a story. Let me transport you to a small village. In this village, I want you to meet Nikoji, a beautiful 16-year-old. Nikoji is so beautiful that her skin carries the minerals that breathe life into our ancestors. Nikoji is so beautiful. She's got that black, beautiful skin. You know that black, beautiful skin that people from Northwestern province are known to carry, right? The Lundas, the Lubanis, the Kikaondes, yes. Nikoji's skin is so beautiful that it could make Puja Diop envious. You guys know Puja, right? The famous Senegalese supermodel. She's famously known as the African Barbie. Before I begin, allow me to put up this disclaimer. This topic might make some people feel uncomfortable, but it's not my intention to hurt anyone or portray their social choices in a negative way. I'll simply be addressing a social issue. I believe we as a people have reached a point where we need to address this issue. This is the purpose of understanding it and charting a way forward. Earlier on, I was telling you a story about Nikoji, the beautiful 16-year-old. Today we're going to be talking about colorism. Some of you might be hearing the word colorism for the first time, but colorism and its effects is something we're all destined to encounter. Some of us might have encountered it already. Colorism and its effects affects everyone today. So, how many of us have said these compliments to one another? It's actually nice for a black girl, or you've started bathing and say, now Kashka? Or she's actually not nice. She's just light. We might have said these things without actually understanding what our perception is about colorism. Some of you might be asking, what then is colorism? Let's start by defining colorism. According to the Oxford Dictionary, colorism is defined as discrimination against individuals of a darker skin. This usually happens in the same ethnic or racial group. Does it ring a bell? When we talk about colorism and its effects, we need to understand that colorism is discrimination, and discrimination at any level breeds inequality. It fosters self-doubt, especially for those individuals who might find themselves on the darker end of the skin spectrum. What's the origin of colorism, you might be wondering? We must acknowledge that our country's history is intertwined with colonialism and slavery. There are actually scholars like Idah who said slavery and colonialism was birthed by colorism. During this period, a very rigid social hierarchy was established. This classified people according to their color. We saw people getting favors or getting employment just because of their skin tone. This insidious legacy still resonates in our society today. In the way we compliment each other, the way we think, oh, if I'm this shade, maybe I might be prettier, I might be beautiful. Have you ever wondered why there's so much going on with skin bleaching? I know it's quite sensitive. A few weeks ago, I was in town buying groceries when I saw this baby girl. She must have been about 4 or 5. This girl had obvious signs of skin bleaching. I kept staring at her and at this thing staring. Her face was way lighter than the rest of her body. She had dark knuckles. Could you imagine dark knuckles on a 4-year-old? I had so many questions to ask the person she was with. I sure is the matter, but I don't think it was in my place to ask. Colorism and its effect is something we are all destined to encounter. Some of us might have encountered it already. You see, the thing about colorism is that most of us don't even realize that we've got colorist traits. The moment we see two people on social media, the darker one and the lighter skin one, most of the time when they ask us who's the fifth between the two, who do we pick? The darker one, right? Does this ring a bell about what our perception is about colorism? What then should we do to ensure that the effects of colorism are mitigated? First of of all, we must have collaborative efforts to ensure that whatever narrative we know about colorism, we need to change that narrative. We need to tell our children that beauty does come in all shades. And there's beauty in the fact that we're a bit different from one another. Could you imagine how boring it would have been if we're all the same? I think I'm very intrigued when I meet someone who's very different from me, because I think there's uniqueness in being different. I think there's uniqueness by the mere fact that we don't have the same shade. We need to tell our children that their beauty is not in any way determined by the shade of their skin. Their beauty lies in their character. Their beauty lies by the mere fact that they're human beings. We need to have collaborative effort. We need to work with organizations that are promoting the narrative that beauty does come in all shades. Our media houses have done a very remarkable job when it comes to this. We've now seen a variety of skin tone being showcased on TV. We've got local artists who promote this narrative, but most of the times we tend to bully them. Some of us might even say, of money as if they are celebrities, because they're not the shade that we think a celebrity should be. Ladies and gentlemen, as we live here today, we need to tell ourselves that beauty does come in all shades, and there's beauty in being unique, and we need to tell our children that colorism is discrimination, and discrimination at any level affects someone's self-esteem and it breeds inequality. Thank you.